The following program is a production of the Southern University Mass Communication Department. Sophisticated, thought-provoking, entertaining. Look who's talking in the city. Look who's talking in the city. Look who's talking in the city.
Coming from the campus of the Southern University in Baton Rouge. Hi, I'm Rae'Ven Jones, and you're tuned in to Look Who's Talking in the City. Hello, Baton Rouge, and thanks for tuning in to Look Who's Talking in the City. I'm your host, Rae'Ven Jones. Today is a very special day for me. It is the very first edition of Look Who's Talking in the City. So let me formally introduce myself to you. I'm Rae'Ven Jones, and I'm from Monroe, Louisiana. I'm a sophomore at the Southern University, majoring in mass communications. I would also like to add that this show is produced by the Southern University Mass Communications Department. Today, I have a great show lined up for you. Today's discussion will be about the do's and the don'ts of fashion. My guest today is a fashionista. She helped put the F in fashion, and she's currently serving as our 2015 Miss Belle of the Bayou. She's been involved with various activities around the state and the city, such as the prestigious one-of-a-kind Baton Rouge Fashion Week. Here to give us some great tips about fashion is Victoria Cleveland. Hey Victoria, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm fine. So can you start off by telling us a little bit about yourself and where you're from?
Yes, I'm from Livingston, Louisiana, which is about 30 minutes away from Baton Rouge, and I've grown up there ever since I was about 6 years old, so that's where I call home. I'm also a junior at Louisiana State University, majoring in textile and apparel design. So I really love my university, and I'm so great to be here today.
Okay, so how did you get started with that major? What made you choose that over something like mass communications or being a math teacher, or, something like that? So how did you choose that?
Well, first off, I'm not the greatest at math. but I chose fashion because it's just something that's always been in my family. My grandmother is a wonderful seamstress. My aunt and my mother always just instilled shopping as a fun trip for me to go to and go on the weekends. So I've always enjoyed fashion. It's always been a staple in my life. So just using my creative ideals and things like that and through fashion has just been what I've been really passionate about.
So what would you say is your favorite part about your major and your favorite part about fashion?
My favorite part about my major is actually taking my ideas and my sketches, my just all of my creativity and making it come to life and have it walking down a runway. I think that is the most beautiful thing about fashion. And as far as like the fashion industry as a whole, being able to influence people to wear garments that are just wonderful and beautiful and make that person feel good through clothing is really great, and that's what I love about the fashion industry.
Okay, so I know that you're involved with a fashion company. It is, can you tell us anything about that? Or?
Yes, I'm a proud employee of Christian Collection. He's a designer out of Monroe, Louisiana, and he's a menswear designer, and that's definitely where I want to go in my future career as a designer, as a menswear designer. So I've learned quite a bit working under him ever since like September, but it feels like I've been working with him for years. So that I really enjoy that.
So even though you're geared towards men fashion, can you give us ladies any fashion tips of what to do and what to not do? And with this Louisiana, how crazy the weather is, how can we still stay winter in the winter area, not so much spring or summer? So can you give us some great colors or something to go by?
Yes, well, definitely I'll give you some great tips. Of course, I'm a lady. I am from Louisiana. I love to wear clothes. So, of course, what I would always suggest to women, since in Louisiana we have the drastic weather changes, it'll be 30-some degrees in the morning and 70 at night
Right.
or whatever. I mean, I always have a busy schedule. So what I do is just always remember to layer your clothing.
Right.
Say you have a business dress that you're wearing for work or something, wear a blazer for the day since it's kind of cool. It may be cool in the morning in the winter, but at night, if you have something to go to, an event, you can take that blazer off easily and dress it up with some jewelry and always look great for the evening wear.
For our guys, what can you tell them or suggest to them for some do's and don'ts? I know some of them may have a little trouble of what to wear or what to do for certain situations and for certain events during this time.
Yes. Well, what I always suggest to young men is always be dapper. It's definitely all about being dapper. That is definitely where the industry is going for young men. Not being afraid to express yourself. A lot of times guys are afraid to choose like bright, bold colors in their dress. And I say don't be afraid of that. Wear them strongly. Be proud of, expressing your creativity through fashion. It's not just for women to wear bold, bright colors.
Right.
It's also for men too. And I love to see a well-dressed, clean-cut man walk in the room, don't you?
That we both. So I definitely understand that way. So, what are some colors that are in style now that we should lean more towards? I know you don't do as many bright colors in the winter and the fall as you would in the spring and the summer. So what is something that you can wear, some colors you can wear to still stay in touch with the trends and the fashion, but not too far away from it?
Right. Okay, so right now, since it is still considered fall, we focus on, it's more of like jewel tone colors, just bright, rich colors, like more of like dark purples, deep emerald green colors, blues, and things like that, just to play with the colors, because a lot of times people get stuck on like black, gray, and brown.
Right.
So, I mean, of course, that's kind of boring. So to enhance that, you want to wear some strong, bold colors to just show your creativity and stand out in the room when you're walking.
Right, okay. So that's all about fashion that I really, really have to ask you. So can we just talk a little bit about you and how you came to get this crown and you're Miss Bella Bayou?
Yes.
Can you tell us how you got started in doing pageants?
Yes, I started competing when I was about 10 years old, and it had always been a dream. I started watching the Miss America pageant when I was about 5 years old, and I always told my mother that that's something that I wanted to do, and I was determined to get there. So when I started competing at about 10 years old, a friend of my family became my pageant coach, and she's still my pageant coach till this day. So that's basically how I got started, and I love every minute of it.
So can you tell us your platform and what it is that you stand for?
Yes, my platform is LOL, Living Out Loud, supporting hearing impaired youth through the arts. And I know that's a mouthful, but what my platform is about, it's basically about me. It's telling my story. I was diagnosed as hearing impaired at the age of 5, and it was something that took a toll on my self-esteem. I didn't believe I was as great as the other children. I was quote unquote different. I also was approached with having to wear a hearing aid, possibly learning sign language, things like that other children I realized my age weren't having to make the decision of, and I was stuck and just labeled myself as abnormal. And so over a period of time, I learned how to deal with that on my own terms. I said that, you know what, I'm not going to let this hold me down. I have this dream, this goal to be a leader and empower young women just like me, show children that I work with at the Louisiana School for the Deaf right now that they can achieve all their goals and dreams. Like, I had a dream to be on the stage and win pageants and be a role model and I just had so many dreams, but I had this self-esteem issue that I had to deal with. So now that I have overcame that, that's what my platform is about, is empowerment and showing these children that they can achieve every goal that they set for themselves.
And I see, obviously, you have overcome that situation and you've made the best out of it by letting it be your platform and something you stand for, and you go out and you teach children. You go out and tell them that everything and anything is possible. Don't let anything discourage you.
Definitely.
So what is something that you tell yourself every day, every morning to keep you focused and keep you determined to go ahead and compete for Miss Louisiana and get the crown or anything like this? So what is something that you would like to share with some kids that are looking up to you?
I would like to share with them that don't let society tell you that you can't.
Right.
Do not, because oftentimes with the hearing impaired and deaf community, society says that they cannot participate in performing arts activities. They're not going to succeed. They need to be shut out. We just, like, a lot of society does not really quite understand the hearing impaired and deaf community. When what the stereotype is, that's very not true. That's not true in any way. They do succeed in performing arts. They can achieve every goal that they set for themselves. And I tell myself that every morning. I say, Victoria, you are beautiful. You can go out and make anything happen for yourself. Whatever you decide that you want to do, you can go out there and get it. So that's what I always want to instill in those children.
And right, that is something positive and something that someone can always look back to and look up to. And I'm glad that's something that you should tell yourself every morning.
Yes.
You're not giving up and not wanting to go ahead and go through with everything.
Right.
So I think that's something, you know, that's wonderful to keep in mind and keep telling yourself every morning. So with Miss Belle of the Bayou being a preliminary for Miss Louisiana, can you tell us one thing that you do or some things that you do to prepare and to stay focused in order to get on the stage and compete?
Yes. Well, the first thing is lifestyle and fitness because it is a lifestyle. Fitness is a lifestyle. Just changing your diet habits, working out regularly during the week, and I always focus on that, making sure I'm watching what I'm eating and working out regularly, and I have a trainer who is the greatest. Also, I just make sure I'm representing myself in the best way anywhere I go, because I am a role model. Whether I have the crown on, the sash on, I'm done up with makeup, I'm always representing Miss Belle of the Bayou wherever I go. So daily, in every moment, I always try to represent myself in the best way. Also, I plan on designing my full wardrobe. So that's gonna be something that's really interesting in itself. So I'm definitely working in all areas to prepare for Miss Louisiana this year.
And so how awesome would that be when you win the crown and you have designed your whole wardrobe, and so now everybody wants you to design their wardrobe. Right. So I mean, if that was to happen, how would you feel about that?
Oh, I would love it. I mean, that would be just the greatest thing to be recognized as a designer. Currently, I've been working behind the scenes with other designers, other productions, and so I haven't really been recognized myself as a designer yet. And I mean, I am still young, I'm still in school, but that would be the greatest accomplishment, to be recognized as just a beautiful designer.
And who wouldn't want to see their work on stage and see how great they look in it and have other people to compliment it and stuff. Right. And so I know earlier you mentioned lifestyle and fitness is what pageantry is about. Can you tell us how you stay swimsuit ready, as we like to say?
Well, the best thing to do is to cut out carbs in your diet. A lot of times as African American women, our diets are full of carbs, like breads, pastas, rices, things like that, which is all good. I love my soul food. But when you're focusing on being healthy and having a healthy lifestyle, you do have to take some of those things out. Just to fully develop and have the muscles coming out and look beautiful, and so that's what I mainly focus on with my diet.
Okay, I know a lot of girls focus on the same thing. That's something that's well known. I just want to share that. So I know you have competed for Miss Louisiana a couple of times. So how many times is it that you?
It's been 3 times, so this will be my fourth time going.
Okay, so last year, I know it's really exciting for you because you won the preliminary award for talent. Yes. So when they announced that it was Victoria Cleveland, preliminary talent winner, what was going through your head? What were you feeling?
I didn't know what to do. I was so blessed at that moment. I was so I feel like everything was just achieved. Like, that was one of my biggest goals. So, because not only it was my birthday that night, so it was a great birthday present, but not only that, I mean, it definitely solidified and showed that people who are hearing impaired or of the deaf community can succeed in performing arts activities. It went right back to my platform and what I focus on every day. Because I am hearing impaired, I do wear a hearing aid, and going up there and performing to the best of my ability and being recognized as the winner of talent, the preliminary talent competition, was just amazing. It was a blessing in every way because I am of the hearing impaired community, and I did succeed in exactly what I wanted to do, and I've been singing since I was 5 years old, and so it was just a wonderful experience. But I didn't know what to do when they brought the award to me. I turned to Lacey Sanchez, who is now Miss Louisiana, and I said, well, what do I do now? She was like, we walk.
Just
so then I had to walk and wave and smile and wave and get ready for the press conference.
Just keep your tears together and not fall down. Right.
So it was very exciting.
And so with that, what other goals do you plan on trying to achieve? I know you say you want to try to go ahead and win swimsuit preliminary.
Yes.
So is that the goal for this year? And
that's one of the goals.
Right.
I definitely want to hopefully make top 5 at least.
Right.
I've been working year round. From the time competition ended till now, I've been working in all areas. So I'm feeling very prepared for the competition this year, and I'm just ready to go out there and show them the best me in the best way.
So can you tell us about how it is? I know you have a whole week where you're pulled away from your family and pulled away from your friends, and they keep you, and it's like work every day, right? So can you tell us about a little bit how the schedule goes and the appearances and stuff that y'all make and how crazy they can be?
Yes, well, I mean, being pulled away from your family for a week is very stressful in itself, but we become a family, all the contestants become a family, and we support each other through the week. So our schedules start early in the morning around, you're supposed to be downstairs for 8, but you're up at 6 getting ready, preparing for the day, and you get back, I know one night we got back around like 12 or so, and you have to prepare for the next day and hopefully get a couple hours of sleep and be right back up the next morning. So we do appearances, community service appearances, visiting different hospitals. We visited the Veterans Home while we were in Monroe. We also we're just staying out in the community in Monroe and allow the children to come and get autographs from us or take pictures, and we talk to them and just have a great time while we're there in Monroe alongside of competing.
Right. So with the Miss Louisiana organization being strong into giving back to the Children's Miracle Network, I know that's one thing that they're really believe in. Can you tell us about how or what that means to you, and how do you raise your funds to give back in the different volunteer work that you do? Yes,
it's very important that Miss Louisiana, the Miss America organization is focused on giving back to Children's Miracle Network. And that's something that's very important to me because we help those children who may not have the funds to pay for their treatments, and since they have like illnesses that are very detrimental to their life. So we are a way to give them happiness and funding for their during their time of illness.
What are some of the things that you do to raise money to give back to the organization?
Okay, the way I raise money is asking for donations from different sponsors that I may know or different people in my family. They are always giving. Also, we do fundraiser events. We may have like a silent auction or just different things, selling t-shirts, any way to raise funds for Children's Miracle Network.
So can you tell us, what does the Miss Louisiana organization mean to you?
Wow.
I know that's a tough question.
Wow.
That's one of those
awesome
interview questions.
It is, but it's an awesome question because Miss Louisiana organization has given me so much. I actually had the opportunity to compete as a teen through that organization. So from competing as a teen up until now as a Miss, I have gained so many skills that I wouldn't have learned just in everyday life,
Right.
just interview skills, how to dress yourself and be an elegant woman.
Right.
That's what this organization is about. It also provides scholarships for young women in achieving their future career goals, and just always making sure that women are putting their best foot forward. And I love that this organization just provides that for us in every way and every opportunity. It really opens a lot of doors for us, and I always encourage women to participate in pageants through the Miss Louisiana and Miss America organization.
Right, I know there's some lifetime goals that you can always carry with
Yes.
you, and you always have something to turn back onto, and you also make lifelong friends.
Yes.
To always go to and always
Right.
have. And so, to kind of wrap up the pageantry thing, can you tell us your lifetime goals and aspirations, and something that you want to do in the future, or where you see yourself in about 5-10 years from now?
Oh, wow. Okay, so within the next 5 years, I would like to win Miss America. That's always been my goal ever since I was very young. I would definitely like to achieve that. And then from there, I would like to go to graduate school for textile science, doing research on different fabrics and fibers and making eco-friendly fabrics and fibers. So I want to do that, and then also being a designer. I want to be well known in the fashion industry through menswear, a woman taking the menswear industry by storm. That's what I say. I'm always that's going to be my label, my thing that hopefully I will be able to achieve it within the next 5 to 10 years.
So if I ever need you to make me, or I know you want to do menswear, but I think one day I might need you to make me a dress or something for on stage or for appearances. Would you be able to do
Definitely.
that?
I'm open to anything. I mean, of course, menswear is where I would like to go, but I mean, at the same time, I'm a woman. I want to design clothes for myself. I want to design things for my friends and family. And I mean, as a designer now, you can brand yourself in several different ways.
Right.
So you can have different labels, different collections. So yes, I want to be known for menswear, but I will also have a women's wear line too.
Trying to do the best of both worlds.
Yes, I want everything. I want my brand to be a lifestyle brand. That's definitely where the industry is going for all designers. They're trying to provide a lifestyle for their customers.
So do you have a name in mind right now that you're going to name your brand and name your line? Or are you still thinking about it?
I'm still thinking about it, but I definitely want my family name to carry on. I want it to be Cleveland, some kind of variation of that, but also like a haute couture line. Well, for Cleveland, that'll be like the menswear.
Right.
But then I want to have a haute couture line that is called the Elegant Lily, and I want it to be in French. And the reason I chose that name is because my grandmother's name is Lily. So she was the first person to teach me how to sew. She's the reason I am so inspired to be a designer. So I definitely want to give that tribute to her through my collection.
How long does it take you to make an outfit, like a suit or a two-piece suit or with the anything?
Well, it does take a while because I actually know how to make my own patterns. So I know how to start from the sketch and go from the measurements, make the pattern to actually constructing the garment. So that'll probably take me right now some weeks, probably about a month to get done by myself.
Right.
But when you send your measurements off to like the manufacturer or something like that, it'll take 3 to 4 weeks also. So I mean, as I get better through my experience and learn more, I'll get quicker with it, but that's about the time span.
So when you're doing your clothing for men, is it hard for you to kind of stay away from the girly side? I know with the bright colors and with the glitter, diamonds and stuff like that, because you know we love diamonds and we love a lot of glitter and sparkle.
Well, I always take in account that men are not always as flashy as we are, so I always want to do something in a masculine way. Right now I'm working on a garment for class, but I'm trying to include like different types of fabrics, different types of prints in the garment, and also different types of detailing, because you don't always have to use glitter or diamonds or rhinestones in the garment. I use like zippers or different straps or different types of buttons on the garments to make the garments look more masculine, but also have that flair that gives it the extra oomph to say he's standing out, he has a great garment on, and it's a custom design.
So with you working with Christian and y'all fashion company, how often do y'all have fashion shows and you try to present your ideas and influence someone else to buy your ideas? How often do y'all have shows, and where can we find the shows or find you or get in touch with you or him to maybe visit and appear at the shows to buy something?
Well, we recently had a show in Monroe, so that was probably about 2 weeks ago. But every season we want to be in a show.
Right.
We want to be at New York Fashion Week. We want to be at New Orleans Fashion Week every season. So that's probably at least 2 times a year.
Right.
But also Christian is planning to do his own fashion show in June. So just whoever reaches out to us to present our collection, we are definitely open to presenting. There's no set amount of shows that we go to. It's just whichever opportunity is out there, we try to attend it. So if you would like to reach out to us, you can go to our website, christiancollection.com, or follow us on Instagram at Christian Collection. We even have Facebook, Christian Collection.
Christian Collection, everything.
Just reach out to us in any way, and we'll be glad to fulfill the opportunity.
I mean, that's amazing. That's awesome. I mean, I wish I could learn how to sew one day. You're gonna have to teach me how to sew and put something together. So
it's always great to have like the basic
knowledge,
basic techniques of sewing. I wouldn't try to teach you how to make a pattern or make a full suit, but I mean, just knowing how to get a pattern from Hancock's and sew something up real quick is always good to have on hand.
So. What is your favorite store? What do you like to go to?
Well, right now, I love to use Joann's, but my favorite store is Mood Fabrics, it's in Los Angeles and it's in New York, so I don't get to physically go there. And the reason I love Mood is because it's on my favorite show, Project Runway, and so I've just always had this dream to walk into Mood and pick out my fabrics and have Tim Gunn tell me to make it work. So yes, I love Joann's Fabric that's right here locally.
Okay, and it's been so awesome getting to know you. I really appreciate you for coming here on Look Who's Talking on the City. So to wrap it all up, is there anything else you feel like you want to tell people, how to contact you or how to get in touch with you about anything else that they may need, if they may need a design or something?
Yes, well, I do have an Instagram. My Instagram name is only1queenv. I'm also on Facebook, Victoria Cleveland. You can email me at victoriacleveland@rocketmail.com. So that's the various ways you can get in touch with me, and I'm so glad that you had me as a guest today. And thank you for having me.
Oh, I appreciate you for coming. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. It's Victoria Cleveland, and she gave us some of the great fashion tips on what to do and what to not do. Thanks for watching Look Who's Talking in the City. Be sure to tune in for the next edition of my show, and you can follow me at my award-winning social media platforms, which is Facebook at Rae'Ven Jones and my Instagram at _Rae'Ven Jones. Also, you can email me at raeven1118@yahoo.com. Always keep the faith and keep God first, and have a great day. I'm Rae'Ven Jones, and I'll see you next week for Look Who's Talking in the City.
The preceding program was brought to you by the Southern University Mass Communication Department.